devices. When we finish, you have to give me back the radios. Very important. That's it. If somebody needs to go, it's okay, but you have to give me back the radio. Without the headphones. The headphones, no, because they are only one use. So let's start talking about who started with this project. It was two men. Do you know their names? You know their names. Güell is one and Gaudí is the other one. Exactly. Güell, the richest guy in Barcelona in his times. Güell. And then Gaudí, Antoni Gaudí, the most eccentric architect in Barcelona in his times, and maybe still nowadays, the most eccentric one. It's wonderful that they became friends because then Gaudí could do anything he wanted in this park. Now come with me and we'll see how that is actually true. Let's go. Ay, mira, una guitarrita. ¡Qué bien! Un poquito de música. Aquí también tenemos muchos artistas como en Portugal, ¿eh? Sí. Quererte para hacerme sufrir más. Adorarte para mí fue religión. First stop we're going to do here, in case somebody wants shade. Huh? So you can see this beautiful structure here. This is called the Superior Aqueduct. And actually, the thing is, Mr. Güell had the plan of creating a community for the rich people here. Watch out for the car, huh? A community for the rich people of Barcelona. They would live in between nature because in those times people were aiming to have a healthier lifestyle and they thought maybe here it would be their chance. Let me tell you the story by the very beginning. You can see here. Okay, this is the old city of Barcelona. Raval, Gothic and Born. It was a very congested city, always victim of plagues and diseases. And after the Industrial Revolution, in the 1800s, the richest people, the bourgeois, the rich ones, they didn't want to live in this nasty city center. So they teared down the walls and they created this very well-organized city. It's called the Enhancement. The Enhancement was here because they wanted a healthier lifestyle. And then Mr. Güell thought, I will buy this piece of land here. And people, they will want to go all the way up here to live in this, in the middle of nature. And that's why they created Park Güell. The idea was for 60 families in the beginning, although there are not 60 houses, but the idea was for 60 families. And then Antoni Gaudí would prepare the common areas and he would leave 60 spots empty for 60 different families to buy the land and then build their house in there. That was the idea. See, now we will explore this park and see how many houses actually were ever built. This is a common area, for example, the Superior Aqueduct. These common areas are useful because they separate the different areas in the city. They are, for example, also very beautiful, and it would make the city, give more value to the city. And as they were carving on the stone, they were taking stones that they would use for all these structures, so it would not take too long to build this park. Actually, they started on the 1900 and they finished the constructions in the 1914. See? Now, let's continue through this path. ¿Tú has estado en el Palacio de Pena? ¿Has visitado? No. Ok. Porque a mí me recuerda un poquito al Palacio de Pena. Un poquito, por el color, por el color. One stop here to see the model home. the house to show the people how it would be to live here. So they could decide if they wanted to come or not. Show home.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for correcting my English. I always say model house and nobody had ever told me. So show home?
Show home in England.
In England.
Homes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the show home. They finished the construction in 1902 and they started using it as so. And then in 1906, Gaudí bought it and started living here. So this is not known as the show home. It's known as Gaudí's house. Although he lived here, they could still show people around and use it as in the same function. On the back, you can see the views of the city. To the right, the Jewish mountain, Montjuïc. Mon Mountain, Jewish. It's called like this because there was a big community of Jews living in there for many centuries. But in the 14th century, the Pope said all Jews should have their own neighborhoods. So they made them all move to the city center, and they had to live in some streets they had assigned to them, the Jewish quarter. Now, we will explore a little bit more. We will go under our feet to see a beautiful corridor, and then we'll go down there. See, we don't jump because it's complicated.
If you look far that way by the water, we came by ship. You can see our ship from here.
It's your ship there?
No, not mine. It's a cruise ship. Not my ship.
See. The cruise port is right there.
Yeah.
Do you see the hotel in the shape of a sail?
Yes.
The W.
Yeah.
The W. That hotel is magic. I don't know if you knew about that.
What hotel is magic?
That one in the shape of a sail.
Okay.
It's magic. Because it was absolutely forbidden to build so closely to the sea.
Okay.
But magic happens sometimes when men have a lot of power and money. And then they start building a hotel in a place where nobody can build anything. And that hotel is in the sea.
What's the name of the hotel?
El Vela, the W. W.
Okay.
Now let's continue. We want to see what we have under our feet. You go down first and then to the left. Les encuentro en el algarrobo, un árbol, ya van a encontrar. You can go down and then to the left, enter into that area, and I meet you in the carob tree.
Thank you.
Aquele estão dois, não foram. Estão já? Tá. Vamos dar para já por. E mais seguidas. Da para tu. Çaki kolle.
Let's walk the corridor until we find the carob tree. Have you watched the Totoro movie from the Ghibli studios?
No, is it good?
This is very nice. You see? Oh. I feel like I'm in the movie.
It's funny.
And these are the dust moles. How do you call it? Okay, so the tree. If there was a centenary tree here, so Gaudí said, we will not cut it. We will build around it. So they simply surrounded this tree here, which is now very, very old. And this corridor receives the name of this tree. It's called the corridor of the carob tree. And it looks like a mine. If we look up, we see the stalactites falling down.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not dangerous. They do a lot of maintenance here. Like there, for example, probably there was one that was loose, and they closed that area. Now, we will go down to the main path. We arrived to the main path of Park Güell. It's called the Path of the Rosary, and actually it should look here. This is the symbology. The rosary beads. These round stones are like rosary beads, and then when you're here, you pray while you walk. And there are 5 stones for 5 Our Fathers, like the beads of a rosary, and then 50 Hail Marys. So only active Christians will live here, praying the rosary while walking through this. But we have to imagine we have arrived to Park Güell in our very nice car, and we need to know if we want to live here or not. So now we will start walking around here and seeing this as we were one of those bourgeois, and we were thinking, maybe, what do I choose, this? Paseo de Gracia or the Gothic neighborhood? See, let's walk. Oh, Paula is here.
Everybody knows.
Bon dia.
We say the Germans are very punctual and very structured.
Now, quick stop to see the show house. Okay, so what style is this house? Who made it? Actually, Gaudí knows he is very criticized in the city center because his style is too eccentric. So he asked somebody else to do the model home. Now, this house is not made by Gaudí. It's made by another architect. His name was Berenguer. He was a boy who would go wherever Gaudí was doing something, and he would take notes. So it's a student of Gaudí who made this house in a more likable way. See, now I'll show you a little bit how modernism looks like, because modernism is the style of this house, and it's the style of Gaudí. I have it in painting, I have it in glass, in stained glass, and I have it in sculpture. Gaudí was a modernist because he was developing his art in the times of modernism. But he's very different from this. Classic modernism was inspired in what they were doing in the north of Europe, because they always do the things better in the north, no? And then they were trying to imitate what was happening in France, what was happening in Germany, in England, and then they are doing it a little bit more different, no? So then they create the modernism of our city, of Barcelona. But the idea is showing the opulence, the richness of Europe, the beauty, beautiful women mostly depicted in beautiful clothes, expensive jewelry. The idea was showing this, no? The beauty, very harmonic buildings, square shape, harmonic. But Gaudí was not thinking about the richness or opulence of Europe. He was thinking about God, and he was thinking about nature, and he was thinking about Catalonia. These are the 3 main topics of Gaudí. So he is different from the modernists in most of the things. But the only similarities are the use of a lot of colors and the use of a lot of different materials. Now, what is this then? This is modernist, nice reliefs, but not as extreme as Gaudí. Gaudí would put reliefs that would get to our noses, and clear inspirations on animals, plants, see, trees. This is in between. These artists try to do something in between. Now, we will see now how Gaudí is not harmonic at all. We are getting very close. We still haven't seen, only the corridors we've seen from Gaudí. But now we're gonna see how he would build a house, a building. One quick stop here because maybe you want to take a picture with the all this landscape of Barcelona. You can see the Jewish mountain Montjuïc, and then you can see Sagrada Familia. One day Sagrada Familia will become the tallest church in the world. When they finish with the tower where you see the crane, they will finish with the Tower of Jesus Christ, and then it will become so. Why so tall? Would Gaudí want to be in the World Guinness Book of Records? No, he was not thinking about this. He thought the mountain, God's construction, is 173 meters high. So he said, my church will be 172.5. Not as tall as the mountain. I'm not trying to say I'm better than God, but, you know, imitating God. And then it makes balance in the city, more or less. That's the reason of the height of the church.